When Jade Cargill first walked through the doors of WWE in September 2023, the energy in the locker room shifted. The hype was real. Here was a woman who looked like she was sculpted out of pure power. Someone who had already made waves in AEW. Someone that fans had labeled a can't-miss superstar. WWE rolled out the red carpet. Every interview, every segment, every backstage rumor suggested one thing: Jade Cargill was destined for greatness. But as it turns out, destiny doesn't always move in a straight line. Her rise to the top was anything but easy. Fans who expected her to dominate the women's division overnight were soon wondering if WWE had lost faith in her. Yes, she had the look. Yes, she had the charisma. And yes, she could make an entrance like few others. But there were missteps. There were questionable booking choices. There were moments where it looked like WWE didn't know exactly what to do with her. And through all of that, Jade kept smiling, kept showing up, kept waiting for her moment. That patience, though, has officially run out. At Saturday night's main event on November 1st, everything changed. Jade Cargill stepped into the ring to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, Stratton wasn't just any champion, she was in the middle of a historic 302-day title reign. She had beaten the best. She was confident, maybe even a little cocky, and everyone expected another competitive back-and-forth match. But that's not what the world got. What they saw was a demolition. In just over 5 minutes, Jade Cargill destroyed Tiffany Stratton. It wasn't a wrestling match, it was a statement. From the opening bell, Jade looked like a woman possessed. She stalked Stratton around the ring like a predator sizing up prey. Every strike landed with purpose. Every slam echoed with finality. After 2 thunderous powerbombs and her devastating finisher, Jaded, it was over. Just like that, Stratton's 302-day reign was nothing more than a memory. The crowd was stunned. Even the commentators were silent for a moment, unsure how to process what they had just witnessed. Jade didn't celebrate long. She grabbed the championship belt, held it high, and stared straight into the camera. The look in her eyes said it all. This wasn't just a win. This was revenge. After the match, she wasted no time taking her victory to social media. The post was simple, but the message was loud and clear. She wrote, "You didn't believe in me. Good doubt looks great on you. Gold looks better on me." Then she followed up with hashtags like #gold is my color, #and you, and of course, #put some respect on my name. It was classic Jade Cargill, confident, unapologetic, and dripping with attitude, but behind that confidence was something more dangerous: resentment. For months, she had watched fans question her, critics doubt her, and even some insiders whisper that she might not make it to the top in WWE. Now she's not asking for respect, she's demanding it. The era of polite, patient Jade Cargill is over. This is Jade Unleashed. What's interesting is how perfectly this transformation fits her. WWE originally tried to take her in the opposite direction of what made her successful in AEW. In AEW, Jade was a dominant heel, a powerhouse who intimidated everyone in her path. But when she came to WWE, they tried something different. Instead of the confident villain fans knew, WWE presented her as a smiling babyface. They paired her with Bianca Belair. They made her a tag team champion. They wanted her to be a hero, and for a while, it worked, at least on paper. She and Bianca were marketed as the ultimate duo. To athletic marvels representing power, beauty, and black excellence in WWE, they won tag team gold, made highlight reels, and were celebrated by fans. But behind the scenes, things weren't lining up. The creative direction was uncertain. WWE didn't quite know whether to make her a long-term tag team star or push her into the singles spotlight she clearly craved. The original plan, according to several reports, was to make Jade the women's champion by the end of 2024, holding the title for several months and defending it at WrestleMania. It all sounded perfect. But fate had other plans. A neck injury sidelined her for months, forcing WWE to rewrite everything. In her absence, the women's division moved on. When she returned, she found herself starting from scratch in some ways. The fans still cheered her, but the momentum wasn't the same. Wee's approach after her return confused many fans. She was booked in long matches instead of the short, impactful squash bouts that had built her aura in AEW. She was made to lose multiple times in order to build a story. But for a star like Jade Cargill, every loss chipped away at her mystique. There were questionable calls like her no-contest match on SmackDown and that forgettable triple threat match with Nia Jax in late September that left everyone scratching their heads. It was as if WWE was trying to overthink her presentation. Instead of leaning into what made her special, they seemed determined to reinvent her. But Jade didn't come to WWE to be reinvented. She came to dominate. And that's what Saturday night was all about. This wasn't just about winning gold. This was Jade Cargill reminding the entire wrestling world who she really is. The monster that AEW once built is now unleashed on WWE's biggest stage. And this time, she's got something to prove. Fans are already calling this the start of her true heel run in WWE. It's something that many, including analysts and longtime viewers, had been waiting for. Because let's face it, Jade works best when she's not trying to win anyone's approval. She's at her most magnetic when she's ruthless, arrogant, and absolutely sure that she's better than everyone else in the room. The moment she flipped that switch, you could feel it, the energy changed. Now, the WWE Women's Division is on notice. The locker room knows it too. Jade isn't just holding that championship. She's carrying it like a declaration of war. Her post-match promo backstage made it even clearer. "They said I wasn't ready," she said, looking dead into the camera. "Well, ready looks like this." She tapped the gold plate on her shoulder and walked off, leaving a stunned interviewer speechless. And that's Jade's power. She doesn't need to say much. Her presence does the talking. Meanwhile, Tiffany Stratton's historic reign is over, and it ended in a way no one predicted. For nearly a year, Stratton defined the division glitz, glamour, and dominance. But in just over 5 minutes, all of that was erased. It's symbolic, really. Stratton represented the polished, picture-perfect side of WWE's women's division, while Jade represents something raw and dangerous. Two sides of the same coin, but only one could survive. Interestingly, the event also saw CM Punk crowned as the new world champion. But even with that massive moment, Jade still stole headlines. That tells you everything you need to know about her impact. When you can outshine CM Punk on the same night he wins a world title, you're not just a star, you're a phenomenon. There's something poetic about how all of this unfolded. Jade came into WWE with the kind of hype that usually breaks people. Instead, it built her. The critics said she wasn't ready. They said she was overhyped. They said her AEW run didn't prepare her for WWE's style. And now she's proven them all wrong. The same people who doubted her are now scrambling to explain how she pulled this off. The truth is, Jade Cargill didn't need WWE to make her a star. She already was one. What she needed was the right moment to remind everyone. Saturday night was that moment. In the days following her victory, her social media presence has exploded. Fans are split. Some are celebrating her dominance, while others are calling her arrogant and undeserving. But that's exactly the reaction a true heel thrives on. Love her or hate her, you're talking about her. And that's the secret to superstardom in wrestling. This version of Jade Cargill feels different. It feels dangerous. The smile is gone, replaced with a smirk. The handshakes have turned into glares. The patience that defined her first year in WWE has been replaced by aggression. She's not here to play nice anymore. She's here to own the division, to crush anyone who stands in her way, and to make sure no one ever doubts her again. What's next for her? That's the million-dollar question. WWE clearly sees her as a top player now, and this heel turn opens up a world of possibilities. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. The potential rivalries are endless. But one thing's for sure. This time, Jade Cargill is steering her own story. She's not waiting for WWE to figure her out anymore. She's done trying to fit into their box. She's breaking out of it completely. Gold on her shoulder and a chip on her back. And if the last few weeks have shown us anything, it's that a focused, furious Jade Cargill is the most dangerous woman in professional wrestling today. Because now, she's not trying to earn respect. She's taking it by force.